Okay, so today is February 24th, 2023. Can you state your names again for me one more time?
Yes, I'm Sanwone Benjamin.
Okay.
And I'm Santae Benjamin.
Okay. Can you tell us where it is that we are?
Yes, we're at the Charlotte Circuit and Dance Center.
Okay. So, do you remember where you were? Well, first of all, y'all state your age?
Yes, so I'm 31 years old. Yeah, I'm 31 years old.
And, so there's a question. What are your preferred pronouns?
Twin Nation.
Twin Nation.
Yes.
Twin Nation. Okay, cool. Do you like to go by he, him?
Nah.
Okay,
No.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, awesome. Okay. So, do you all recall where you were on September 11th?
September 11th, I was in, I believe, the 2nd or 3rd grade. We were in school. It was a regular day, and all I remember, my mom, she's from actually Jersey. She's from Jersey City, and she came and got us, and we went home, and we saw on TV that it was some towers coming down. We didn't understand what was going on.
I'll never forget that day. I remember I was in school, and we were in the classroom, and we saw like the breaking news and like how the Twin Towers were coming down, and I didn't really understand like how terrifying it was at the moment, but as I got older and I continued to keep like watching and keeping up with everything, it was really a shock, and it really hurt like our community in the state of America also too. So, man, I'll never forget that day.
Yeah. And I know, yes, y'all was probably in the 3rd grade, only because I remember I'm 30.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, how about, do you remember when Katrina hit?
Yes, I remember when Katrina hit. We were actually in middle school. So I remember some Katrina victims actually came to Sedgefield Middle School, and a lot of them, it was one year where it snowed. We went outside and it was snowing, and they never knew what snow was. So it was the first time them seeing snow. It was really, everything was new to them, you know, new people, and having to evacuate really quickly. Us also being able to be open and to be more friends with them and be friendly with them after everything, like everything was destroyed. So,
and it really showed, especially people in our city, to our youth, and just people that was in the city of Charlotte, and just also around the world, just to show like gratitude, you know, and just be grateful for the things that we have. You know, that was one of the biggest lessons I've learned. When I saw the Katrina victims come, and I saw everything go down, and it just really showed me, just show gratitude and really be grateful to have, like, it's the simple things, like have a roof over your head, food in your mouth. And you know, when I talk to God, I don't even ask him for things, you know. Sometimes I just say thank you.
Absolutely.
You know, and it shows him that how appreciative we are. So
So, on a lighter note, how about when we elected our first black president?
Oh man, I was in high school,
Man,
and I never forget that day. Everybody was going crazy. I was in the house, my mom, my grandma. You know, she never thought we would ever have a black president. And for that to happen, I remember the next day, my mom actually took us to school, and Steve Harvey was actually saying that how excited he was, because Steve Harvey morning show comes on every morning. He was just like, the fact that this is happening is monumental, but we got to also make sure that we change. So I specifically remember that, and it was monumental.
it was. It really was.
And the reason why we ask those questions too is because, so as we start to do the research on what is at the front of each generation's mind, like I believe it's like Gen Xers, millennials, then Gen Zers too. There was things like September 11th that was #1 on all of the generations list, and then you have the election, of course, and then now this generation will be COVID-19. So it's kind of like a warm up to see, to kind of map your experiences and whatnot too.
Okay.
Where is home for you all right now?
Home right now is Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, you know, this is our home. I feel like we're like the LeBrons of the city. You know, LeBron, he was from, you know, Cleveland, Ohio. He brought the whole city with him. That's how I felt. You know, I feel like we're like the young LeBrons of Charlotte. So
yeah, speaking of LeBron, he just inspired us. So just to be able to see where he comes from, and to just to really represent the city of Charlotte, and you know, coming back from the Super Bowl, giving people opportunities, and continue to keep blessing people. And we're gonna continue to keep blessing others. Absolutely. Also. I'm just inspired by the city of Charlotte, and I'm thankful that we're hometown natives. So shout out to Charlotte, man, hometown.
So describe your experience during the last 2 years in more of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Man, honestly, it's been really hard. You know, we were actually in Spirit Square. That was like pretty much our residency. That's where we started, and I'll never forget the day we were coming home from work, and they said the whole world just stopped, and it was just like everybody had to go home. We actually had a project that we were getting ready to do for our students, and we literally had to stop that for about 2 years and start back. So it's been hard. You know, our business hasn't honestly been the same, but we're still trying to pick up, you know.
Yeah, I remember during COVID, we couldn't really do like a lot of classes, but I remember us doing like a lot of projects, our own individual projects that that a lot of people could see, you know, on social media. So we just picked up with a lot of content. I think content was like the biggest thing for me and my brother during COVID-19.
Yeah, staying creative.
So how did y'all stay creative? Because it seemed, from the outside looking in, it seemed like y'all were pretty active doing things.
Yeah.
So how did y'all find the inspiration? How did y'all stay creative?
Man, you know, we remember, you know, us being in a house when we were kids, and we were just like, you know what, we need to like redo that, you know, feeling like we're like kids again. So we just got our videographer, and we just started creating content that really make people feel good. It wasn't really more about the choreography. It was really making people feel good again. So we had the Mario, you know, early 2000s. We actually started the 106 and Park series that made people feel good, because at that time Versus was out online before it actually got big, and we was like, we should do that for the people, but make people feel good again, because everybody was in the house.
Yeah, especially 106 and Park. I remember those days, just like coming home. Couldn't wait to watch 106 and Park. B2K, those my boys, man. That was like my guys. Yeah. So we just wanted to kind of like continue to like bring back those memories and just share it to the world during COVID.
So how was that shift from like in person versus virtual? Did you see a drop or increase in students in attendance?
Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, it was really hard. We seen a big drop. Only because some people aren't really good with virtual. Some people, the Zoom link, it happens, and some people have a lot of things going on. So it was really hard. Everybody tried the virtual thing. Everybody tried the zoning outside, and it worked, but sometimes it didn't work because some people just wasn't really into it. So
yeah.
So what do you think the future looks like for you all?
The future looks, for us, is about ownership, you know. So I always try to tell like a lot of the young dancers, there's nothing wrong with going on tour. We still have dreams of going on tour with artists, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, product always outlasts talent. Master P said that. You know, you always have to make sure that you have some product. You also have to make sure that you own your stuff, because being on tour is good too, but at the same time, if you don't own anything, then it's almost like, what do you have? You know, so
yeah, absolutely. And also too, like being in the dance like industry, we understand like everybody is scratching and clawing for a job, and if you get that gig, you still have to go get another gig. And I think the biggest thing for us is just really about happiness. I think that like from this class tonight, it just really showed that like I mean, just be happy and do what you love, because the Super Bowl was great, and I'm thankful, but I mean, what if that might be the only opportunity that God has for us? But will you still be happy? You know, we just want to just be happy and just make other people just inspire other people.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all time.
It's okay.